Yes, not the most interesting topic. However, pedal power is crucial to get right. And the CIOKS DC5 power supply, is that a good choice for powering your multiple pedals? But you know what? Buyer beware. Hello viewer, my name's Stu, and if you're new to the channel, I recommend you go to my channel playlists and start at video number 1 for those who want to follow my music gear journey. And I'd like to say a big thank you to those who subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications, thumbs up, and the comment below, and all of that stuff. It really does help the channel and it's much appreciated. Now, sounds like a really boring topic for some, but if you own a number of pedals, then you need to make sure that you're powering them correctly. And for those who are actually looking to play for hire, then you definitely need to make sure that you've got a robust system for powering your pedals. While this arrangement can work quite easily, separate little adapters for each pedal that you use, it's not really ideal. And if you try to daisy chain all your pedals together on one adapter, that will not do the job as pedals fail to work. Now, as mentioned in previous unboxing videos, I will be looking at ways I use these pedals and effects within actual music compositions and the various products that I ended up actually choosing. But as I've mentioned, it's important to make sure that we are powering all that equipment correctly. So, as part of my journey back to playing, I actually had forgotten that I did have a power supply made for me back in the days when I was performing in the 1970s, early 80s. And so 40 years on, I made the mistake of thinking all you needed to do was daisy chain your pedals together and there would be no problem. I quickly realized my error as my carbon delay pedal was not working correctly when I had 2 other pedals on at the same time. So an internet search on power supplies was the order of the day. Now, when this particular unit arrived, it came in this nice shiny black box containing the power supply, a good number of connecting power leads for the pedals, a mains cable, a drilling template, mounting screws and some cable ties, a user manual and a couple of user guides. It came with a lot of stuff to get you going. And as of 2023, their power supply products come with a 5-year warranty. Now, CIOKS is a Danish company with manufacturing in Poland, and they launched their power supply range around 1991 and have since gone on to become really very popular. The CIOKS DC5 model, which is now an older model, so you need to go to the website for their latest products. It comes in a black finish and it requires a 240 volt power supply. This particular unit, it has 5 isolated outlets with 9, 12 or 18 volts with a total output current of 900 milliamps. 2 powerful outlets, 300 milliamps each. 1 outlet configurable to 18 volts. It has short circuit protection of all outlets, protecting your pedals, and an advanced LED monitoring of each outlet. In a previous video, I illustrated the need to choose the correct power supply for your pedals, so if that interests you, do please check that out. And once again, an important note, effects units draw varying amounts of current. So it's important to make sure your power supply is up to the task. Get it wrong and the pedals will either stop working, will not work at all, or will sound incorrect. And that's just a brief overview. Of course, you could also damage them. The CIOKS DC5 can be used straight out of the box, but most folks will want to mount it to their pedal board, and a drilling template is supplied along with fixing screws. Here it fits neatly under the Nano Plus pedal train pedal board, and here you can see the need to make sure you leave space for connecting a mains lead. Depending on your pedal board, you may need to have taller rubber feet fitted to make sure the power supply is clear off the ground. Now, I've mentioned this in a previous video, but we'll mention it here again. Do test your pedals one by one positioned close to the power supply to see if you get any noise or hum, which can happen with less expensive or very old pedals. Now, should that happen, in that case you'd want to keep the pedal and the power supply as far from each other as possible, and make sure that each pedal is connected to the most appropriate power outlet on the supply. Now remember, I mentioned that different pedals draw varying amounts of amps, and you need to make sure those pedals are getting enough amperage. Now here we're going to just illustrate the pedal board as I switch each pedal on until all the pedals are on, and you'll hear that they all work correctly without any issues. So there you have it. What do I think? Well, in the mid-1970s, power supplies for pedals were not really a common feature that I remember. And in my case, it was our engineer who custom built one for me. And this was bolted to a custom-made pedal board. Before that, I was just used to putting batteries into my pedals. Today, you're spoiled for choice, but buyer beware. There are a number of inexpensive power supply units out there on the market, and you really do need to be careful with inexpensive electrical equipment because more than often it can be a false economy to purchase certain types of gear on the cheap, so to speak. Choosing the right power supply when you have a lot of pedals is very important. These electrical products can be subjected to a lot of heat stress. Having a reliable, bulletproof power source that will withstand the electrical demands that a collection of pedals can draw is a very important consideration. For the working pro or semi-pro, they already know cheap power supplies are to be avoided. And the CIOKS range are not inexpensive, nor are they the most expensive. I would say that they're well priced, and they do appear to be very well made. Now, I'm no electrical engineer, but the units definitely have a perception of quality as I am someone used to purchasing film equipment, which gets treated quite harshly out there in the field. And I would say that this supply is very robustly made. Having owned the CIOKS DC5 unit for a while now, I've had no problems with it, but once again my experience is based on moderate use within my studio. So do comment below if you use power supplies on a very regular basis. Now, if you're in the market for a quality power supply for your guitar pedals, then the CIOKS units are definitely one to check out. And I have to say again, no, nobody paid me to review the product. In the next video, we do some more unboxing, so stay tuned. Please do subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications, like, share, and so on, because as I mentioned earlier, it really is helpful in regard to the algorithms for the channel. So thank you to those who do take the time to do that. Once again, do check out the channel where you'll find my guitar video series, which covers my journey back to playing and recording guitar after a 40-year break. Please do share your own experiences below, or if there's a topic or a product you'd like to talk more about, you'd like me to make a video about, then let me know and I'll see if I can arrange to do that. I always take time to engage with folks who take time to comment. So until next time, the journey continues. Do take care.